bar examinations. Starting next year, we are on the road to normalcy in the bar examinations. Of course, we have embraced the digital kind of bar examinations. That is here to stay because we have seen how it can facilitate uh, admission to the practice of law in as fast time as possible. In the experience of the 2020 and 2021 bar examinees, the correction of your answers were realized in only less than 2 months. And that is something that we would want to maintain in this. So the digital bar is here to stay. Secondly, and this is something that will, I think, result in some resistance, at least in your thoughts. And this is the proposal to advance the bar month to September. That is going to mean that the bar review proper is going to be shortened. The examinees for next year will only have about 2 or 3 months of bar review proper. But come to think about it, fourth year is really review classes already. And so it is expected that the incoming seniors in PUP law will have to review already for the bar starting the very first day of your senior year. The proposal for an advanced barman has not been realized or thought of on a whim or caprice. Rather, it went through very deliberate study by myself and my staff and everyone else whom I had consulted. And this is that the earlier that you are given the opportunity to take the bar and pass it, the better for you to gain employment. Not just in government, but in practice. Now, this is going to be my proposal in a nutshell. So, September month, you will take the bar. In 2 months' time, you will see the results of the bar exam of yours. And before Christmas Day, you will have your off taking. And right after you take your off taking, you take your seat and you already signed the loan orders. So all within a year's time. All within a few months' time, actually, from the time you earn your ULIS. And this is something that we have patterned after the experience of some states in the United States of America. You would be surprised to learn that there are actually states in the US that allow undergraduates to take the bar examination on a conditional basis. Even on their third year, some graduates in some states in America, some law school graduates, are already allowed to take the bar on some condition. And the rationale there, it has been a consistent reason, is for an early employment. It's not just early employment actually, more than early employment is the benefit that you will give to society in as short time as possible. Because in a few months' time, right after you earn your JD, take the bar, take the oath, and sign the law, you can already render legal services to your communities. That's actually the idea behind it. And these are proposals that I'm very sure the court will approve in July. Okay? Now, for the benefit of those who will be taking the bar examinations next year, who are going to be seniors in PUP law, I have made a personal commitment that the entire bar syllabi for next year will be out by August of this year. So that by the time time you are in fourth year, there are those syllabi already that will guide you for your bar 1 year ends. Okay? That is a personal commitment of mine. And it is something that I would want and the court would wish to be replicated by bar chairs after me. Because the experience has been that bar syllabi only come out a few months before the actual bar examination. And what happens is that in the meantime, the bar examinee is in the dark, is not guided properly by the combination of bar examination. Okay? And this is the third significant proposal that I have in the OFI, and it is that there will be a shortened coverage in the bar. I'm talking about shortening the 8 core subject to 6 bar subjects.
10 days lang.
So that will mean
10 days
3
lang.
days of bar examinations.
Day 1,
Unlike the traditional 4
day
days
1,
a
day
week
5, tsaka day
where
10. Day
you can
10.
experience. The subjects will be as follows. There will still be political law and labor law for the first day. For the second day, there will be civil law, which will now include land titles and private international law. And then there will be commercial law, which will now have taxation as its one. Taxation, as you may have noticed in the last 2 bar examinations, have had a very unseemly role in the coverage. I'm actually saying that in the last 2 years of the bar, it has not been given as much prominence as it has had in the past. And the result is that there has been grumblings among tax practitioners who are lawyers and accountants. I made a consultation with this proposal with our esteemed practitioners in the accounting world and those who are engaged in law practice. And their feeling is that, and also with the academic, no? Their feeling is that with the way the bar has treated tax in the last couple of years, they fear that taxation is in its sunset days, and that eventually the law schools will face out tax as a bar subject. But we can never emphasize enough that tax as a field of law is very pervasive. We experience it every day. When we buy something from the store, we go to a gasoline station for our car's gasoline. We buy something from the malls. When we get our ITRs, we get to see aspects of taxation in everything that we do in our lives. And so we can never escape the fact that tax is very pervasive, and which is something that each lawyer must know, because, well, you will get consulted about tax, not even by clients, but by your own family members. So to use that word again, it's very pervasive. And so it will not, at least in my bar, see sunset days. It will have as much prominence as it has, except that now it will be with commercial laws and payments. But still, with a separate bar coverage for itself. And for the third day, you will have criminal law that Dean Jim teaches so passionately, and remedial law. Remedial law will now have legal and judicial ethics as companion subject, because it is felt that it is in the practice of law before our judges, before our justices, that our young lawyers get to see how concepts of ethics are played out. And so it is felt that ethics is better paired with religion. So with those six subjects, you will expect a shorter bar examination. With a shorter bar examination, that will also mean less cost for you and your families. 2 to 3 months review, less cost. 2 to 3 months of waiting, earlier employment for you and your families. And early legal benefits to others. So that's in a nutshell will be my proposal for the 2023 bar examinations. This is something that I have discussed deeply with the Chief Justice and the other members of the court. They are, as early as now, in full accord with the proposals. And these are expected to become templates for succeeding bar examinations. I just hope that this will be acceptable to the academy because it is something that affects really how law schools operate, especially the advancement of the barman from November to September. But it is the hope of yours truly that these proposals will turn out well because there will be full support from the academy. I have actually been in constant consultations with the academy. Just a few weeks ago, I had a meeting with the team of Dean Festin under the Philippine Association of Law Schools, and I laid out on the table the full proposals that I had for the coming bar next year. And the technical working group on bar reforms that I also chair have just this week submitted to me as chair the full proposals for revision of Rule 138, which includes the tweaking of the bar coverage. It is expected that these proposals will be on the table of the ANBAC within this month of June and that by July they will be approved.